What's going on, guys? Jacob Orth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys from here in Las Vegas. And we're going to be talking about that place right there behind me, Virgin Hotel and Casino, actually among other places. We're going to be talking about Resorts World. We're going to be talking about Circa. Hi, how are you? And we're also, let's throw in the Palms. Let's talk about that today too. So 3 casinos that have recently opened here, and one that's going to be opening or reopening, I guess. So I'm hanging out here right now. There's UNLV's campus right there. Everybody CVS. Hola, ¿cómo estás? And so I'm on Paradise and Harmon right now. Dispensary right over there, Roberto's. Virgin Hotel, formerly known as Hard Rock. You can actually see Resorts World in the distance here. So I can see 2 of them that we're talking about today. So go ahead and hit the like button for this video because we're gonna be putting our business caps on today, talking a little bit about what we think the future might hold for these properties, talking about how their openings went, talking about any troubles they've had since opening and that kind of thing, and what we might be able to expect in the future. So we'll go in order of when they open, okay? So we'll talk Circa first. For this first part, we're gonna be talking about Circa downtown in Las Vegas on Fremont Street, owned by the Stevens brothers, who already have 2 properties on Fremont Street, so it's no stranger to them, opening another property down there. Openings is always going to be a bag of mixed reviews, right? But Circa, for the most part, seemed to have a pretty good opening. Of course, the 2 big draws, the 2 big features that people were excited to see were the sports book, which is pretty amazing, and then the pool. So the sports book and the pool were 2 of the big ones that they had for their opening night. After the sports book and the pool, though, when it came to the rest of the casino, the rest of the property, it seems to be much more hit or miss with what people like about it. One of the biggest complaints I have seen on social media, and I've heard from people here around town that people have with Circa right now, is the fact of the prices there. People don't like the price that they charge over at that property because they feel like Circa is trying to charge strip level prices over on Fremont Street, which Fremont Street, you know, for years has been known as a place you could go to get more bang for your buck. So some people are not too excited to see, you know, those high prices at Circa because they feel like it doesn't really fit in with the rest of Fremont Street. I also did a food video review over at Circa of Saginaw's Deli. So I went there shortly after they opened, tried the sandwich there. The prices were higher there, so I thought the sandwich was decent. The prices were higher, so that's one of the things I said in the video. You are gonna pay a bit more for the sandwich there. But there were quite a few people in the comments section who were saying that they did not think it was worth that price. They were talking about, particularly people on the East Coast were saying, yeah, they felt the sandwich was pretty weak. They felt like what was being offered there wasn't very good. So they were saying, hey, go to like a real Jewish deli. Some people were saying, hey, come to Philly, come to New York, or, you know, East Coast in general. And, you know, they thought they were going to get a much better bang for their buck, something like that. So, you know, that has been the biggest complaint with Circa since they've opened, is the prices. Now, I think Circa's probably going to end up being okay because the Stevens brothers already have multiple properties down there on Fremont Street. I mean, the guys, those brothers have like half of Fremont Street, it seems like they own down there. So long term, I think they are going to be okay. But they did have some issues like that when they were first opening. We'll see what winds up happening with the property and how well it winds up fitting in with Fremont. Now, if we're going to talk, the next place that wound up opening was Virgin. Virgin's opening of all 3 of these, between Circa, Resorts World, and Virgin, I would say probably generated the least amount of excitement, the least amount of publicity for them opening. And part of that, I think, was because a lot of people were sad to see Hard Rock go, because Hard Rock had been, used to be an incredibly popular spot here in Las Vegas years ago. So Virgin coming in, lots of people were wondering what they were going to do, how they were going to be able to stand out. And, you know, so far in the early part for Virgin has not been a lot of good news. I was in there recently the other day. I did speak with an employee who said that they did start off really slow, but he said it's been gradually getting busier. So for Virgin, one of the problems they're having too is you go in there and, you know, you look at the decor in there and it does feel like Virgin's theme, like their colors and everything. It feels like being on a Virgin airline flight, right, when you're inside the place. But the question is that going to be enough to draw people away from the Strip to come to this property? Because one thing for the Hard Rock, they were known, even after they were not as popular as they were years ago, like in the early years of like Rehab, they had like Body English and some of these clubs here, they were really popular. Even, you know, as more and more competition came on the Strip, Hard Rock was known for being that kind of edgy property, right? They had the whole rock and roll theme. They had the cool memorabilia throughout the property. Every year they hosted the AVN Awards, which is like the porn industry's award ceremony that they have. So they're always known for that. Even in a place in Las Vegas that's known for being a playground for adults, they had like an even more adult theme. that's what they were known for. I think they had swingers parties and that kind of thing here somewhat regularly. So that was kind of like their thing, was the edgy spot. So if you were in that niche, in that kind of clientele, this is a place that you were attracted to coming to, even if it was away from the Strip. With Virgin, it's kind of like, what are they going to do to be able to pull people away? How are they going to be able to do that? So that's kind of the trouble that Virgin's going to have, is are they going to be good enough to pull people away from the Strip to make them want to come off the Strip and come over here? Like, what do they have to offer that's going to make people want to come over this way? So Virgin, though, being such a huge brand, I don't think Richard Branson is going to be applying for food stamps anytime soon. So Virgin could absolutely keep this place afloat, even if it does keep losing money. The other thing with Virgin here is with Mohegan Sun. So the billboard here was rotating. It was showing Mohegan Sun over here at Virgin. So Mohegan Sun, if you guys don't know, that tribe is out of the northeast part of the country. I think it's Connecticut, if I remember right. So that's another thing, is you have this northeast or this East Coast tribe who's used to running properties over in the northeast part of the country. You come out here, way out west, you come to the southwest, you come to Las Vegas, it's a very different animal. See, there's the advertisement. Mohegan Sun Casino, Las Vegas. But this is a very different market here out west. So I think that's one of the issues they're having too, is you have ownership that's not familiar with, even if you have Mohegan Sun running the casino, they're not familiar with this market. They're not familiar with out west. Because East Coast is different from West Coast, right? Cultures are different between the two places. So even within states, within counties, within cities, cultures can be different. And Virgin, although they are a huge company, they've obviously never operated a casino here in Las Vegas. And, casinos is something that's obviously newer to them. So they're probably one of the ones who's going to face, I think, the most struggles of opening here and, their road ahead. Now, they do have a whole bunch of money. Of course, Virgin is a huge company, but I think they're going to wind up having the most struggles of all these properties we're talking about today. The next one we're going to talk about is Resorts World, the one that most recently opened. Their their opening, I'll just say, for the most part, seemed to go, again, kind of mixed reviews. I would say it definitely generated more buzz and attention than Virgin did. I will say that much, because the whole aspect of them being a place to accept cryptocurrency, wanting to go cashless, they did have, there was definitely some negative feedback about the property. And one of the things with the negative feedback was people said they felt like they were in a shopping mall with a casino. And when I first walked in there, that was one of the first things I noticed when I walked in. I said, it kind of feels like a shopping mall. I said, it feels like I'm inside the fashion show mall. But then I eventually worked my way over into the casino, and I would see people in the comments section saying that on the live stream. Like, yeah, this is like a mall, like a casino just shoved into a shopping mall. So that was a bit of a different vibe, a bit of a different feel. Obviously, not everything was open yet. At Resorts World, at the casino. So, even trying to find the pool, people were saying, go to the 5th floor, go to the 6th floor. Like, I don't even recall seeing signs that showed where the pool was to go to. So, and I heard other people were getting lost trying to find that as well. They definitely had issues where they ran out of food the first night. So, that definitely pissed lots of people off. And, but you could say, hey, the demand was so high, I guess it ended up being a good thing, depending on how you want to look at it. Someone told me that happened to Disneyland when they first opened, the first day that they ran out of food. So, who knows? Maybe it's a good sign. But yeah, the fact that some places ran out of food, they didn't have certain food items, and then having to order food. You have to go order in the food court at the kiosk that they have. Well, there were issues with that the second day they were open, because you could go on the kiosk and order. You had to order your food, and then you had to go get in line at the specific place you ordered at to go pick it up. So the only issue was they were allowing things to be ordered on the kiosk that the places didn't even have in stock. And then if you wanted to get a refund, you had to go wait in line at the place you're trying to order from just to get a refund for your money. And one of the bars there actually became cash only, which is ironic because one of the big things with this property is they want to be cashless. They want to be able to accept cryptocurrency. And, so they could not even have to use cash for their players, for people spending money in there, which has been an issue because some of the employees, rumor had it, were quitting before the place even opened. Because think about it, if you're gambling and you want to tip somebody, but the place is cashless, well, if there's no cash, who does that really hurt? It hurts, the table dealers, it hurts the cocktail waitresses, it hurts the food servers. If there's no cash, if someone's cashing in their chips, there's no cash. There's nothing being exchanged. So if there's no cash, then there's nothing. There's no physical cash to be exchanged. So if you are having cash, you can, hey, here's $20, $50, $100, wherever you're tipping to whoever the case may be. But if it's cashless, then that hurts the employees being able to make a huge chunk of their income, which is their tips. So you had employees who are like really not feeling it, not in line with that idea of, hey, we're going to be this cashless property, because that's going to hurt the employees' bottom line. It's going to hurt their income. And the last one we will talk about during this video today is going to be the Palms. Now, the Palms has not reopened yet, but you guys do know about the sale of it to the San Manuel tribe out of Southern California, San Bernardino County. So the San Manuel Mission Indians, they have a casino property in San Bernardino County. Now, this is good for them, because if you compare this to like the Mohegan tribe out in the northeast part of the country, San Manuel, they're much more familiar, obviously, with the clientele out west, right? There's San Bernardino County, which, if you don't know, San Bernardino County in California is the border county. It borders Clark County here in Southern Nevada. And obviously, with a large chunk of the tourism that comes here to Las Vegas coming from Southern California, they're going to be much more familiar with the market here in the Vegas area, you know, just from being in Southern California, than something like, you know, the Mohegan tribe is being out of the northeast. The other thing that's big for the San Manuel tribe is the fact that since they have so many players in Southern California, and the casino's really well liked. When I looked at the reviews online when I first heard about this, it seems to be a popular property. And within their properties in Southern California, they have millions and millions of really potential customers in that area, because there's, over half of California's population lives in the southern half of the state. So, you know, you're looking at 20 plus million people, you know, for the either it's 18 over, 21 over, I don't know exactly which one they are, but here's 21 and over. But either way, whatever they're able to offer some of their clientele there, they can offer them, you know, something even nicer here in Las Vegas. So maybe they have, you know, customers who every weekend they come to the casino there, but maybe once a month, instead of going to the casino there, they decide to come here to Las Vegas, because they can keep playing and still keep getting rewards and that kind of thing with San Manuel. So I think that's going to be a huge thing for them when they do open the Palms. I think they're going to be in a great position for someone who's establishing their first casino property here in Las Vegas. I think they're going to be in a great position. I mean, I doubt that they have the same kind of money that like Resorts World does, or the same kind of money that, you know, Virgin does, or that kind of thing. But the fact that they are more familiar with this market, the fact that they've already got a property in close proximity within a few hours of Las Vegas, is going to give them a huge help when they do open up the Palms. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Tell me what you think about all these casinos that have opened, that are starting to open. It's been kind of a, you know, you think about this whole year or so, aside from COVID, has been an interesting stretch with new properties coming to town and ones getting, you know, sold and bought and reopened, all that kind of stuff. It could be interesting to see what happens with these 4 properties. Who winds up making it long term? You know, some of them wind up selling off in the near future, whatever the case may be. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it down below. I appreciate all of you watching this video. That is it for this one. I am Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.